Welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to handle the main area, and as we said earlier, we're going to divide the main area into 4 sections. Each section will be called a pane, and we would be able later on when the application is going to be ready, we will be able to drag from the list and drop it onto the panes. So let's handle the panes first, and to do this, we are going to take the main body and we are going to make it a parent. So let's add 4 divs and we will give them attributes of ID. Control C, Control V is going to copy and paste the line. So this is going to be pane number 1. And you know what? Alt and drag down pane 2, 3, 4. Save, and let's go back and see what is different. Well, actually nothing is different, but we can see in the developer tool that we've added the panes. We can't see them yet because they don't have any attributes, but I want to show you something. In this section we're not going to use the same method we've used with those 2 rectangles to put them side by side. Here we're going to use a different method by positioning them relative to their parents. So if we have this div, which is a parent to those child, so if for instance we are going to give this child a width of 50 pixels, height of 50 pixels, border, so we can see them, border of 1 pixel, solid, and black one. So we are going to see a rectangle in the top left. It is by default relative to its parent, okay? But if I'm going to put a position absolute and top, how far we want it from the top, 0, and how far we want it from the left side, 0. So you see it lost its location, its original location, and it went into the top left corner of the HTML element. And we can see this by hovering onto the element tag, that it's actually catching the corner of the HTML and not the body. See? The blue area, it's stuck to the blue area and not to the body area. So in order to fix this problem, because we want it to be over here, but we want to position it manually, so we need to go to the parent, okay, to this element, and position it relative. And by doing this, I'm actually telling the child element, okay, when you go up and look for your parents, you will see its parent is relative and it will stuck to it, and it will give us the result we want. So let's first of all go, and in the style, later on we are going to remove the style and put classes, but for now it is just for it is more comfortable. So let's put position relative. So let's think about it. The first one we want in the top left corner, so it is 0, 0. The second one we want in the top 0, but left we want it actually 50%. Third one we want beneath the top area, so it is going to be 50% and left 0. And the last one is going to be 50% and 50% top. Now if we are going to save, we're going to see 4 rectangles. Not yet, because we didn't define the border. So let's give it a border. Now let's refresh and we have 4 panes. Now let me show you what we've actually done. If we're going to the width and put it a little bit less, you can see I'm affecting the width of the rectangle. And why have I put it 50% from the top? Well, because we want it to be from here 50% down. It means halfway from the full element. So that's why it is 50%. If I'm going to move it, you can see it will move. After we've done that, it is ready basically, and we could start working. By the way, not only it is ready, but it is also responsive. So if I'm going to make it smaller, you can see it is also becoming smaller. If I'm going to increase the size, it's going to stretch accordingly. So this is actually very comfortable, and let's finish here, and in the next tutorial we're actually going to start and design this page. Thank you, and we will see you in the next one.